I'm Nick LeMay, Product Manager here at VES-Artex of our ventilation line. It's my role within our company in order to help bridge that gap between what our customers need out in the field and what our technical development team is developing for them. We strive to have the best products in order to provide the best solutions for all facilities when it comes to our ventilation strategies. Here we are with our newest release 55-inch exhaust fan. This now utilizes the state-of-the-art DC motor technology. On this fan specifically, we're actually using a 4-horsepower motor. This means we have higher torques, which can convert into higher airflow out of the same diameter fan blade and rough wall opening as you would have with other 55-inch fans, but more airflow through that area. AFR stands for airflow ratio. It's a measurement between a 0.5 inches of static pressure all the way up to 0.2 inches of static pressure. What that means is how well the fan runs across a wide variety of operating parameters within the facility. This is really important for all exhaust fans because the purpose of those is to move the old air out and get the new air in. As these fans work on the end wall, they are pulling that fresh air across the animals. It's really important for all of the breathing health. It's important for humidity and moisture within the barn. It's important for the temperature within the barn. We use that term within our name of the fan, the AFR exhaust fan. That's unique to VES because we want to really recognize and really study and understand the many different operating parameters that these facilities see in a day in order to help keep those animals healthy. So when we look at any facility that's housing animals within it, we look at the exhaust side of the building and we try to plan for what are the prevailing winds that would be within that area. We want to really work with Mother Nature, where it stands with where those winds would typically come from in order to help benefit the efficiency of that air leaving the barn. You can use other fans and assistance with them, including positive pressure fans or ECV fans. We can also just use curtains and end wall openings in order to get that air in. These exhaust fans go typically right on the end wall or on occasion on the side walls near the end in order to help move that air over the most effective areas to get the velocity and the fresh airflow that we want across the animals. With this model we're showing here, we tested this one with the 6-paddle poly blade. We offer this with both the 6-paddle poly as well as the 3-paddle galvanized. The 6-paddle poly has a very high blade pass frequency. What this means is that at any point in the housing, you're having this blade tip pass through that point at a higher frequency at the same RPM as you would with a blade with 3 paddles. Obviously 6 is 3, we have twice the number of blades, twice the blade pass frequency on there. This converts into more airflow through the facility as well as better pull at the higher static pressures. If you have a lot of back pressure on the inlet side of your exhaust fans within your facility, this 6-paddle poly blade is really going to be the way to go for your application. If you're looking for something with a higher efficiency, we offer a 3-paddle galvanized blade. If you're running in a facility at 0.2 inches of static pressure or lower, and the total airflow volume is not as important to you as the energy efficiency aspect of things, that 3-paddle galvanized is going to be an option offered that's really going to work well in your application. The 6-paddle poly blade that we use on this 55-inch series uses our fiber-reinforced polyethylene blade material. This is an extremely robust material that's actually used in many applications, including the aircraft industry in some cases. We use a blade design that has this teardrop shape to it with a little bit of an airfoil. This means that we can fully adapt the temperature of that blade to how the air is going to want to naturally flow over it. By doing this, we get less turbulence on the tailing edge of that blade, we get less resistance on the front of the blade, as well as less resistance over the surface of the blade. So all of these components put together into this custom molded blade makes this one of the most efficient fans on the market. Here at VES-Artex, we believe in using the best components for our fans. Just like making a batch of homemade chocolate chip cookies, you don't get the best products without the best ingredients going into them. We use within our housings a product called a sheet molding compound. You can see this is one of 4 sections that would be used on this exhaust fan here behind me. The unique thing about sheet molding compound as compared to how exhaust fans within the industry were made previously is that they're not hand laid. You'll see on the inside of this housing it's perfectly smooth. The outside of the housing is perfectly smooth as well. Previously, when they were hand laid, you had a really coarse texture within this, which was a great place to trap bacteria, trap dirt, just overall degrade the fan quality as well as the whole environment quality faster over time. By using this sheet molding compound on our VES-Artex fans, it allows us to be able to clean the fans better, which also increases our overall environmental health within our facilities. It also means that should something ever happen to the structure of the fan, you can replace a single piece of this instead of having to replace the whole section. EC motors are becoming a common thing we're seeing on the market now. It stands for electrically commutative. What this really means is that as compared to an AC induction motor, these EC motors are far more efficient as well as a longer lifespan. From a typical AC induction motor, you can expect to see around 50,000 hours of runtime on it. With an EC motor, you can see close to or over double that, well over 100,000 hours. This motor specifically is actually built in conjunction with a very well-known motor supplier, working collaboratively with VES-Artex over the last year here to make this motor really well designed within our application. This means it's going to be more efficient within our fan. It also means the install time on it is easier and simpler. We have an integrated drive on this motor, which means that you can just run your wires directly to the back of the fan. You have a variable speed control right on there, which then drives that motor directly. Previously, you had to run the power supply to a VFD, which was external to the fan, and then run those wires from the VFD to the motor. That whole step is skipped now by having this EC motor technology directly integrated onto the fan motor. We look at this new 55-inch exhaust fan, and we compare that with the VES-Artex research-driven facility development services that are offered here. It's just one more way that VES-Artex is continuing to revolutionize how we do the animal-centered environments for the best systems on the market.